potentially. Yeah, I think they prefer the Bloodseeker more, though, in value. But then there's still things like Phoenix in the game. Snapfire's in the game, which Vici obviously really like as well.
We'll see what they pick. They're taking a lot of time here because I just think there's so many options. Getting that Wisp band out, and now the Tiny. Obviously, they had the Tiny in the last game, and they do go Snapfire. So almost asking RNG to take the Phoenix, I guess, as they could put that Snapfire pretty much in the 2, 3, or 4, even 5 if they really wanted to.
I could still see them taking Phoenix on RNG, even against the Snapfire, potentially. Like Void's in the pool as well. So RNG have to be really careful that they don't give away like Snapfire Void, potentially. I don't know. Like there's so many different things that Vici can play off with the Snapfire pick.
I wonder if this forces you to pick the Void, because Void Snapfire is a disgusting combo.
But it's not just the Void Snapfire. Like, there's so many different things you can play. Like, the Mars is another good one that you can still play with Snapfire. It's not like Mars Phoenix, but it's still really strong.
And yeah, there it is. So it almost felt like they were kind of forced into the Void in some ways, but obviously, like you said, there's more options than just the Void. Do you think that it makes drafting so much harder with just 2 bands at the front?
I don't know if it makes it harder. I don't know if that's the right word. It's just different. You know, there's going to be more higher priority picks to get let through the draft now. So,
would you like seeing 3 towards the front? Wow, Darkseer second pick. That was not what I was expecting, and they do end up going to the Omni Knight for Vici.
Obviously, the Omni Knight's kind of like their pseudo save for the Chrono with the GA, which is really nice. You know, it stops the Void doing any damage in that amount of time. But this Darkseer, if it is going to be Omni position 5, what's the worst thing about the Omni position 5? It's his laning stage, right? So he can't really stop the Darkseer from farming if it is Omni 5. So I like that RNG go for this. You know, they've said, okay, this is how we want to play against the Omni Knight if they go for it. We think this is a good way of dealing with it. And we have to remember that Phoenix has played this as a position 4 before, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a position 3. I'm pretty sure it was him that played it 4. He's played it this tournament, I think. There was somebody that did, and I think it was them.
I'll give it a quick look, but on top of that, this draft so far from Vici, it's open. They can flex, so we'll see what they want to do. The Omni's played in the 3 and the 5. We've seen Snapfire, like we said, 2 to the 5. I'm very interested to see where they go from now, and that's an early Storm ban. Wow.
Yeah, that is an
surprised on that.
I was trying to look to see who played it, but I couldn't find it. Yeah, I mean, the Storm's really good against Snapfire, though. And against Omni Knight. Like, what you'll notice is they're banning these high-reach heroes that find the Omni Knight first in the fights, because they need to be able to take away the Omni's defensive capabilities. Otherwise, it's really easy for him to just save whoever they go on.
There's an Alchemist banned, too. That is not a hero we see banned too much.
I don't mind Alk against Void, though. I think it's one of those heroes that you hit your timing in the game so much earlier, and the Void can't really punish you for it.
It was Bobica who played the...
oh, that was it. Yeah.
4 Darkseer.
I mean, it is more likely to be SRF. But, yeah, we've seen people experiment with it.
So, Rubik Band, Void Spirit, and Storm Spirit. Pretty interesting second phase of bans. Wow. So, Sven, Alk, AM, and they go Mars. So...
I mean, we know RNG like to play this hero mid, though. Oh, wait,
yeah,
who was it?
Yeah.
It was RNG that played Mars mid, isn't it? I think it's Setsu that...
And then, wow, Nyx Assassin.
Okay.
I think we've seen him, I want to say once. We've seen him twice. He's 0-2 so far. And then they go Nature's Prophet. So this draft for RNG is still very open. Are we going to...
All I'm saying, B-Cop, when we last cast SAG, when it was the other lineup of theirs, They played Nature's Prophet position 1, Mars position 5.
Yeah.
And all I'm saying is God King's in this RNG team as well, has the ability to play Nature's Prophet position 1 potentially. Like, it could be 4 Void, 3 Darkseer still.
Yeah, I was just
Like,
thinking that too.
There's so many different things that RNG can do, even though their
Could be
lineup
Setsu mid Nature's Prophet.
Yeah.
Well,
Like, there's a lot of different things they can do. I like the Morphling pick, though. I think this is really good because of the defensive capability they have. As long as they can, like, buff this Morphling up to keep it alive, then they should be able to get a decent amount of damage output off. And the Nyx is really good at, obviously, against the Darkseer in a one-to-one. Because if you carapace whoever has Iron Shell on them, you know, you're always going to stun the Darkseer no matter where he is on the map. And
so they get rid of the Night Stalker and the Ancient Apparition. Ancient Apparition protects the, or that band protects the Morphling, and then the Night Stalker is just going to really allow, I would say, both the SAPPHIRE and the Omni Knight to survive.
I'd be interested to see if they put the Omni as the +3 now. On Vici.
Yeah, they can do that. They can throw Snap mid, Omni 5.
Does PYW normally play the Nyx, or does DY play it as well? Ooh.
I think it's normally PYW on the Nyx Assassin.
So I think it's going to be Omni 3, Nyx 4, Snap 5.
And Zeus. Wow, this lineup is interesting.
Zeus is...
So, 5 Void.
Really?
Wow.
What, for RNG?
Yeah. Okay.
Possibly the greediest support duo I've ever seen in my life. Of Faceless Void 5 and Darkseer 4.
Yeah. I mean, 4 Void at least to get a little bit of farm. We were seeing Shinkyu on that. I'm kind of flabbergasted.
I mean, the Void... The Faceless Void position 5 is so much harder to punish this game because they have a really strong core laner in the Nature's Prophet. So they can almost get away with a more greedy +5. You know, you tend to see these greedy +5s when you're like with the stronger laners. Like sometimes the Monkey King in a good matchup can be a really strong laner, like the Nature's Prophet as well. Sometimes Morphling can be a really strong laner in certain games.
Is this the Void where he's just going to max W first, max the time dilation?
No, you go 4-1-1, I'm pretty sure, and then you max time dilation second. Sometimes you go for a second point in bash, from what I remember.
Okay.
But I think that's how...
I know we've seen the max in time dilation first.
1-4-1 sounds absolutely horrendous.
So, I think Jinkyu was the one who did that.
There's surely not. I
mean,
time dilation's a great skill, but I feel like you need the maneuverability of the time walk.
Prepare for battle.
And the mobility, sorry. What frustrates me about time dilation is that the radius is so big, and it's the same across every level. Like, it doesn't scale at all. So 1 point in time dilation has so much value.
Very good.
God. Did you just see that?
No?
Felix was just dancing over the bounty rune with 2 treants spinning in a circle.
Sure. Oh, are they just following him?
30 seconds to battle.
Oh no, he's got control of them. So then God King's given him control of the trees, I think.
Interesting. They didn't really get much information with that.
Interesting.
I think now he's controlling the ones with him now.
Interesting that he's bought a Quelling Blade on the Darkseer as well. Oh, and it's gonna be... Yeah, it's gonna be 5 Nyx. No, sorry, 5 Omni. I mean, so they're playing the Snapfire as the 3.
Begins.
I thought they might play the Omni Knight as the 3 instead, but... Interesting. So, everyone from Radiant side heading down here. So they want to put the Morphling up against the Mars. They don't want to put the Morphling up against the Nature's Prophet.
Seeing your reaction to 5 Void was very funny. Gosh. So they've got Erica in the off lane at the moment with PYW. SRF comes here top, and then they'll swap God King in. Quickly stunned.
I say Morphling is not one of those heroes that likes to move across the map to have to like switch lanes because he's so slow, 280 movement speed. So he tries to get this early TP in to like fool them, but they click him, check how many TPs he has, see he has 2, and they instantly make the move back themselves on RNG as well.
So, are we doing Old 11 first big item Ags? I know there's some thoughts to that.
Say that again, sorry.
First big item for Old 11 Ags?
He might go for like mech or something this game first, potentially.
Radiant's courier
See what Felix
has
is
been
doing.
killed.
No. Not yet.
This guy just be jungling,
Oh, gosh.
and he killed a courier. Actually, just jungling.
Alright. Jungle's a position in Dota again, guys.
Oh no, coming to a pub near you.
Just watching chat's reaction, they were so confident on Nature's Prophet 5. They were like, no way, this Void's playing the 5. That's just not true. Well, here we are. It's the most interesting of timelines. Zeus, we haven't talked about Zeus Leshrac yet.
No, we didn't get time because we were still so bamboozled about this Void 5.
Very much so.
I think Zeus does really well in this lane, like, but they both just end up trading farm because I think the Lesh, like, does okay, but Zeus just pushes the lane out really quickly. It's a good Zeus game though. They don't have great gap close to be able to get on top of Setsu, so should have a relatively good time.
Super going 101 to start, so has the time walk.
Impugned.
I hope he goes max time dilation. That sounds fun, but yeah, I don't see it. This laning stage is really good though for RNG. They got the matchups that they wanted, and now Morphling has this really hard time.
Yeah, Erica's not exactly having a lot of fun here. Just 7-2 thus far.
Yeah, DY's going to TP top. But like, what do you do against this Nature's Prophet in lane? Like, they could literally have any 5 hero for super, and it wouldn't make a difference with how well this lane's going for Nature's Prophet.
All ones will break.
Meanwhile, PYW is just farming the jungle and almost dead. Oh my god. He is getting so low there. Wait for him back towards the tower for Erica. Courier's coming in with Tango Salve and a stick for super.
Not for you.
So he salves up.
4-minute rune spawning. It's going to be bot side, and so PYW is going to hold it. Easy peasy
Really good
for the
there
Lesh.
for Vici.
Yeah, but Felix does TP mid real free the Zeus's bottle and then heads back to the jungle again, and he's level 3 now. So, hell yeah.
And he's got his own bottle to play with. Yeah.
Like, look at the CSs of this game. He feels so good because their lanes can't get punished by Vici. So they can be super greedy with this Dark Tier in the jungle.
It's kind of nuts what's going on right
Are
now.
fortified.
And what did we say about the Omni position 5 though? It's the laning stage that you need to be able to punish it in. And it feels
Yeah.
like the other teams haven't been able to like understand how to do that yet. But RNG, they just send one of their supports to the jungle.
Huh. So here's my question. Does Chrono hinder or help the RNG team fight? I know that seems stupid,
I must have them
but
all.
do they have enough to throw into the Chronosphere? Like, it's not like he's going to be right-clicking hard while he's in the Chrono.
Radiant's top
They'll have
tower
Nimbus,
I
Thunder
think-
God's Wrath, but if it only hits one, like...
They have a range right-clicking pos 1 on a Zeus. I think they'll
Yeah,
be...
it'll be fine.
They should be okay. They can also
Yeah.
vac into the Chrono as well, which is pretty cool.
As long as it's not Rubik chronoing his own lifestealer, then he'll be fine. 36-0 for this jungling Darkseer.
Yeah, but like, they're not doing anything to him. They're just letting him farm the jungle, right? So might as well. He's level 5 already, at almost 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah. He's having a great time. Is he sitting? Where is he sitting net worth wise? Not that high, but
yeah. And look
doing
at
his
this
thing.
rotation. Look at this rotation he's making again. He surges back to base. He's going to TP mid, refill the Zeus bottle at the 6-minute mark because he's not going to get an active rune. He's going to like bottle him up potentially slightly as well, and then just head back to the jungle again. It's the same rotation he made before.
Yeah. Wow.
Kisses mid.
Yeah, looking to get this kill if they can. Felix getting low. Gets hit by another one. Oh, over to the side.
Is he okay?
He
Oh my goodness.
walked on another kiss, I want to say, and that is what almost killed him.
Illusion.
He's fine. Never in doubt.
Still a 1k lead, though, for Royal Never Give Up.
Masterfully denied.
Void sitting level 3, 111. Not too much of a shock at the moment. But game's quiet, 7 minutes in. But I say that, Arena bottom should be first blood. Setsu takes it.
Mine by right, as well as by might.
Get
Easy
themselves
peasy.
first blood. PYW struggling to survive with all these creeps in the jungle.
That was. I love the voice line. Yeah, that definitely wasn't on purpose.
Oh my god. I just watched him and I was like, he's getting really low. And then he circled back in and died. I hope.
I mean, this Morphling is just not having a lane. And if Morphling's not having a lane, I don't know how Vici is supposed to progress into the late game, right?
Yeah.
RNG have got the right side lane setups that they wanted. They have a Darkseer jungle. The Zeus is just pushing out mid with max Q. And there's nothing that Vici can really do about it. Because this Nyx, Omni Knight, don't like play the map. But they're so greedy.
What's the build for 5? Void. Does he just get something like Meteor Hammer? Drop down in the chrono?
Yeah, I thought about this before. When I've seen Jinky play as POS 4, he goes like Medallion and Lotus Orb and stuff, so he wants the defensive capability more, but we'll have to see what he goes for. I think Treads first is still a really good item on that hero just because of the value from Bash. Like, you get the attack speed, so...
Should be very exciting.
That's true. Someone in chat said Slasher's Way Void. You know the medic build where you go mech and you buy loads of salves and you pop Chrono on your own team and then like heal them all.
No.
Yeah, dude.
I think we talked about that when we watched the Pro Dota Cup.
Oh, PYW.
Setsu gets the kill on a PYW mid. Or he comes over, misses the stun.
He has a haste rune.
They're pulling off the greed at the moment. Felix level 6. He's got the wall. Setsu getting another kill on a DY. They've used that arena twice to garner kills for RNG. And then God King, he's sitting top
Can they-
towards the top of the net worth too. He's having a fun time in that lane.
Yeah, he's got Meoshun first as well. I think they want to try and take the spot tier 1 by the looks of it on RNG. So you see Vici, they start rotating heroes up to the top lane in the Snapfire and stuff, which I know they had before, but they want to try and at least trade a little bit, I imagine. But this bot tier 1's going to fall.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yeah, they're going to start bringing more heroes top now. There you go.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Top lane, Wrath of Nature.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh.
is under attack.
Super, he gets
Radiant's
spotted.
bottom tower has fallen.
Does have that time walk to work with, so
Old
See where
11's
he
in
goes.
trouble.
Time dilation. Ion Shell. Felix comes over. Scatterblast. Thunder God's Wrath. Setsu taking another kill with that global ulti, of course.
Like, the only kill threat they have on the map is with a Snapfire and a Nyx, I think. But even then,
Dire's
pretty
top
difficult.
tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
They're not even
Darkseer?
acknowledging Super, but they look over at Felix and they get the kill onto the Darkseer for their first one.
but look at Gogking just hitting this bot tier 2. It's like down to half HP already.
Regeneration.
Interesting pace of game.
Yeah, but this is what I mean. I love RNG in general when they play this more like active lineup and they're willing to get stuck in. They're relatively early on.
Dire's middle tower.
And look at this bot lane.
Lemon.
They're just running at them.
Arena, quick kill, taking out the Snapfire. Snapfire not having the most fun time ever, and the
Where's-
net worth for both the Morph and the Snap is pretty low.
And where's their wave clear on the Vici side as well to deal with these split pushes, right? Like Omni Knight Nyx, what are you gonna do? Like impale the wave? And if you run into impale the wave, you're probably losing half your HP to do it.
And Setsu's going Eggs. They have Chrono available, level 7 for Super. Felix also 7. Compare that to the supports where it's 5 for the Omni Knight and, well, 7 for the Nyx. Not bad.
And look at this increase in damage output on the Void just because he has this Iron Shell on him. Like,
They have Vision on Super. He's pinging it out. How much time on the Vendetta? About half the duration.
but who comes? Like who plays? Snapfire, I guess, but
Illusion.
they want God
Radiant's
King.
middle tower is under attack.
There's nobody here, though.
The Snapfire's coming up, but like you see the yeah, look.
Mortimer's Kisses, there's the stun, and they get the kill on a God King. That's well put together. The question is now, does Old 11 get out? They do have the Chrono if they want to throw it down onto Old 11. They'll commit the wall
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
and surge away. So, interesting.
I would have liked to have seen a much earlier Chrono there from the Void to stop that Snapfire from getting the damage output, but I don't know if they saw where the Snapfire actually was. Because, I mean, obviously we see it, but I don't know if they had vision at the time. I assume they did.
Blink almost finished for SRF. Zeus going into the Ags. He's 2k gold away from that. BKB being built for the Nature's Prophet after dying up towards top with those Mortimer's Kisses. And Old 11, he's 2,500 gold away from his axe. This Morphling, though, is not enjoying his time that much.
Not at all, but they're giving Vici time to get back into the game here. Like, the net worth advantage they have is not progressing on RNG after the laning stage because they're not pressuring the map as much as they should be. Like, I feel like when they have Blink on Mars, again, they shouldn't be afraid to just try and play the map really, like, aggressively. Because they have Chrono available, they're going to have Blink Arena available, right? What are they scared of? Like, if they can isolate the Omni Knight in a fight, especially.
PYW looking again. He uses that Vendetta. And Mortimer's Kisses in 16. And
they're coming
PYW
mid-to.
has Vision on Setsu. Question. Break. Looking for the stun. There it is. Ori coming over. He'll follow that up. Stun locked and in trouble. They get the kill on a Setsu. Good job again by Vici. And this is off the back of PYW coming through. But Chronosphere on a 2. They need follow-up damage. Arena around
the
Ori.
arena.
Super couldn't really put anything into that. And now the arena gets wasted. But they've got 3 heroes around DY. Vacuum into the wall on Ori as well as this Omni of DY. But they get the kill on a Super with the Fire Snap Cookie as well as the damage from Old 11. PYW moving forward has Spike Carapace, hoping that somebody hits him, but God's Rebuke comes afterwards, and SRF will claim his life. Good fight from Vici.
Yeah,
They
that's
end up
really
getting a
good.
lot of gold from it.
Look at the Lesh's net worth all of a sudden. And like he has bot set Yules now at this point. And again, I feel like RNG have the capability to be the ones starting fights themselves. But the fact that this Nyx is just allowed to run around, pick off who he wants with +1s.
And there's the Yules into the stun. God King coming over, and Time Walk, Time Dilation coming through, but Mortimer's Kisses drop down on a super with Erica hitting away. They'll find Felix too. He's on the run. Erica a little bit nervous about pushing in with Setsu a bit far back and putting some decent damage onto the morph.
But why are they now deciding that they want to take fights around this bounty room when they don't have Chrono or Arena?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bounty.
It's very confusing. But, you know, fair play to Vici for after their, like, really... I mean, is horrendous the right word? Really horrendous laning stage. That they found themselves back in the game here. Like, this Morphling's actually catching up relatively well because of this Mask of Madness build that Erica's gone for.
Dire are scanning.
Bottom, Arena. Around DUI, a lot of commitment. Guardian Angel, now the Thunder God's Wrath have dropped down the wall. Felix in trouble. Pulse Nova is enough, but Ori, he's gonna die for it.
Big. That's what you want to see, right? You want to see them actually make plays on the map, make things happen.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Arena up, go and find kills with it. I think that's their first good trade in a while. I think that Lesh, biggest kill on the map right now.
Game sits back at even. It was a 2K lead for RNG. I'd like to see them stay aggressive and maybe even try to commit to take this tier 2 bottom. They were pushing that quite a bit before the fight started breaking out around mid.
No sorceries avail.
Felix almost has the mech, but yeah, he's jungling. He's level 9, but his farm is slowed down significantly.
Yeah, the thing that surprised me about the double...
Surge break, stun. Ooh. They've got the Yules, and now the follow-up. They get the kill on a Setsu. They look over, but the Chrono, it's on the 2. They bring over God King, Spear, God's Rebuke. PYW dies, and so will Ori. So well placed by Super.
I'll tear you limb from limb.
The thing is, though, at least they get Setsu first, right? So, yes, PYW dies as well, but if they have to use Chrono and they still trade 1-for-1 in terms of cores, I actually don't think Vici feel too awful about that. Like, it's obviously not good, but the Morph's able to just still free farm his way back into the game.
Radiant's middle tower
Knight's
is under
almost got
attack. Dire's
himself a
bottom
mech.
tower is under
When was
attack.
the last time you saw a Void bottom of the net worth like this?
Oh, glorious day.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, does it? I wonder what items he goes for as well. I mean, he's got this casual cloak, which is really good this game, up against the Morph and the Lesh and stuff.
That clumsy net. Yules, Ori, vacuum, and now this stun hits on to SRF. They'll get the kill. Mortimer's Kisses drop down on the Felix as well as Super. They committed the Arena for that and the wall.
Well, I love that every
didn't have
time
the
Ori
vision on
respawns, he just starts running at people again and like forcing things to happen.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
He's just non-stop fighting, even if he's dying for it.
So PYW, he's going getting vision with that Vendetta. They do continue to have Ori moving forward, going for a Bloodstone. Morphling has the Mask of Madness and the Yasha. It was a gobble up and a spit out on a God King who's on the run, but Nimbus as well as Thunder God's Wrath, they have the damage to get God King. He buys out of the BKB before he dies, dominating for Old 11. He's now 4-2-1. They look over as Super, right clicks, time dilation. Old 11 getting low, but the time walk forward from Erica. He's got a time dilation on the Zeus, so Zeus's damage output gets halted pretty heavily. Felix comes in, bashes from Erica. They've got the surge to get Setsu away. Super, though, turns around, Fire Snap Cookie, avoids it with the Time Walk. Well done by Super, goes back towards the Nimbus to try and get some space. PYW looks for the Courier, can't even get that. So they get God King after all is said and done.
Yeah, big kill, but like you say, at least he brought out for the BKB before he died, so that item doesn't get really, you know, delayed at all, which is good. So, oh, Super. And
against Setsu. The time dilation against Setsu is pretty big, so the morph into the void is actually
PYW.
pretty decent. They'll get the kill on a PYW. Take out this Nyx.
Walked under a sentry, unfortunately. It happens.
Is Void the morph target for you?
Oh,
Gobble up, spit out, lands on a 2. Mortimer's Kisses, God King dead again. Chrono comes down, and it's on the 3, but it's just to escape. They also committed the arena. Adaptive Strike hits Super.
Oh my god.
And there's the follow-up stun, so there's no way he gets out.
The fact that they can kill God King from 100 to 0 there before we can even pop BKB.
Radiant's middle tower
Wow,
is
wait.
under attack.
Concerning.
It is concerning, but, you know, at the same time, really well played by Vici. That gobble up, I think that was the... Is that the first one we've seen, or is it the second?
Second. They went after God King, bottom with it for to debut it just a moment ago.
Of course, yeah.
Thanks.
And now Snapfire almost has a pipe. Or at least a hood.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Do you think this is
Dire's
Vici
bottom
getting
tower
ahead
has fallen.
because of the passiveness of RNG? As we hold that thought, SRF gets stunned up. They're not going to commit though.
I don't know, I think... In the early stages of the game, I think RNG was slightly too passive. But Vici is just playing the map so much better. Like, they're bringing the perfect amount of numbers to every single fight to find pickoffs.
Oh no, they found God King again. And
Oh
they're gonna
my
get the
goodness.
kill. God, the damage, and then the waveform to finish him off. PYW, man.
Did you see what he did there? He popped Carapace just as he knew the later portion of the Nature's Wrath was going to be coming through, because the Nature's Prophet was going to gain vision of the Nyx as he hit him, right? So the Nature's Wrath Carapace hit went back onto the Nature's Prophet.
Wow, 452 magical damage from that Spike Carapace.
Like, that's
Nyx
insane.
did 1,400 damage on that kill to the Nature's Prophet. We've talked about it in drafts. It's not a hero we see played all too much, but when you've got guys like Kaka and PYW playing this Nyx Assassin, they'll make you question why you don't see it that much.
Thrice the torment.
Radiant are
E-Blade?
scanning.
We'll be there for the Morphling. And Morphling's now second on the net worth. He was having such a bad game.
He was really not having fun in the laning
Dire's
stage.
top tower is under attack.
Ori, in that mid
Radiant
game where he just kept running
structures
around
are
and making
fortified.
space, finding pickoffs in conjunction with the PYW Nyx, they've made so much space for the Morphling. And now Erica just, having a great game.
Yeah. Definitely got a little bit of a boost thanks to the fact that he was able to get gobbled up and spit out on top of some of these heroes to garner himself a couple of kills. That was quite nice.
Very true.
Has that gap closed now that they've got that Ags. But other than that, the gap close, it's not about gap closing, I guess, for Vici. It's more like they have it, but it's also about the Vendetta leading to Vision,
Radiant's
what they can
middle
do
tower
afterwards,
is
because
under
they can
attack.
fire artillery from quite the distance away.
Dire are scanning.
With the spit out, with the Mortimer's Kisses, and then they just move forward with the rest of the team.
He's smoking up here on RNG. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I always feel
Vici
like
are
they
looking
have.
towards the same.
If this fight goes badly here, I think they're going to be so far behind in the game. If they use their cooldowns, at least, and the fight goes badly. Because remember,
They need to
Gokin can
try and
TP in.
recognize.
Radiant's bottom tower
Gokin can
is under
TP in if they
attack.
find anybody, and Zeus has the
Dire's
Nimbus
middle
and the
tower
Thunder God's
is under
Wrath as well,
attack.
so they don't necessarily have to be there, like in
Radiant's
person.
bottom tower has fallen.
We got the arena down on the DY. He's happy to tank this gank while Roche is being taken. He's very hard to kill. They've got themselves the Chrono on a 3. That's well played. And you follow that up with the Thunder God's Wrath. They get the kill into DY. They're backing back into the wall. Old 11 as well as PYW in a little bit of trouble with BKBB Popeye SRF. Though, on the backlines, Ori, well, they'll get the kill on a Setsu. They use that E-Blade. They have the control. Old 11 falls. 2 heroes down on the side of Vici. Time walk away from Erica. Felix ends up dying. PYW traded back. Now Ori, he's been sprouted. Erica comes back into the fight. They've got the spear. That latches over onto the sprout. They'll buy back on Felix Chauba with this Dark
What a
Seer.
stun!
A 3-man stun from Ori! It's on everybody, and now they'll clean up both God King and Super. Felix's buyback feels worthless, and
Radiant's
Vici,
bottom tower is under attack.
they come out just a bit ahead, more so in experience than gold.
Yeah, as soon as the Zeus dies in the fight there, like before the Sprout and everything comes out, it's really hard for them to have this, like, the sustained damage output throughout the fight to be able to deal with this Lesh and the Morphling. They had to commit so much to kill DY in the first place. Like, they had to drop the Chrono, which zones off the back line as well. They had to drop the Arena on him in the first place. But he gets, like, his heal off, he gets mech'd off, and it delays the fight so much that it allows them to, like, just come over with their cores and, like, bring that sustained damage on Vici into the fight with the Lesh and the Morphling. But I think Ori's target selection in these fights is fantastic at the moment. He's doing really well.
He went right after Setsu.
And like we said, I think now they've used their cooldowns and they still lose the fight. There's an Aegis on Vici now as well. I think even though it's only a 5k net worth advantage, they feel really far behind.
Yeah, the net worth didn't exactly jump more so in Vici's favor, but they do have that Aegis, and they can look to fight again while Chrono's on cooldown. They do have the wall, though, and Thunder God's Wrath up in 10 seconds, so it's not like they don't have anything to work with, especially with the Arena up for the Mars.
Yeah, they can definitely still find pickoffs. But PYW on this Nyx is gaining so much information off the map by just, like, sneaking around, you know?
Sentry will actually be on this Observer.
Oh, they didn't see it, though. Mid lane.
They look over at the Void. They've got the stun. They'll follow it up with the Impale from PYW. Take out Super. Waveform towards the Zeus. And E-Blade Adaptive Strike Setsu. Blown up by Erica.
What a redemption arc for the Morphling. This game.
Seriously. You're gonna go for the tier 2.
Is under attack.
Here comes the fun ride of Diabolic Edict. And he's almost level 25, all things considered.
Has fallen.
Oh my god.
Be fearless.
Dire's middle tower.
Tower just melts. Diabolic Edict up in 7 seconds. Felix, Vacuum Wall, Arena. That's a decent combination. Erica getting a little bit low, but he starts to morph into the strength. They go after PYW, who throws the Spike Carapace out. They get the kill on a Felix Jabba, but they lose PYW. Mortimer's Kiss is flying forward. Great Chrono coming down, but do they have the damage to follow it up? They've got the Nimbus down. They look over at Erica. They get the kill with the Thunder God's Wrath.
Aegis
Sprout around DY. And the Nimbus is on DY too. He's in so much trouble. They'll have the spear onto Erica. He's finding himself back towards the Rex, but Fire Snap Cookie in the waveform, some distance between him and the side of RNG. Super time walks in, a lot of damage being done on the Faceless Void from Ori. Ori gets the kill on a Super, and now he heals himself back up into the air. But they've got the spear onto Ori with the Sprout. They'll latch on and get the kill on the Leshrac. So not a bad hold from RNG. It did cost them a buyback. But overall, I would say not bad at all.
That's a great high ground defense from RNG because they get the Aegis off the Morphling as well. Like, this is the timing that Vici with the Aegis want to be using to pressure that high ground hard. And they get the Ori kill as well, so that's like 600 extra gold for God King. Yeah, really great high ground defense. Yes, Setsu has to buy back and it is very costly, but still a good hold, especially because you get the Aegis. Because you have to remember, they have really good split push potential this game with like the Nature's Prophet and stuff. Obviously, it's a little bit worrying to do that against the Nyx, who can like stalk across the map and potentially pick you off. But yeah, they just need to try and extend the game a little bit now, which obviously after the learning stage probably wasn't the game plan. But I don't think they can keep, you know, keep the sustained 5-on-5 team fights going because you know most of this game RNG have really struggled with those. They might have to yeah, rat it up a little bit.
Come with their inner alliance. So Super's got Headdress Hood going into the pipe. All things considered, I think he's had some great chronos. Despite
he has.
6.
You know, this is all you can really expect from a Pos 5 Void, that he soaks up spells and uses Chrono.
I say that though. Setsu, forced to pop the BKB, the damage from Erica. They've got the Nimbus down right into PYW. It's also Thunder God's Wrath. They get the kill. SRF. It's the Arena that finishes him off. And Mars escapes.
Yeah, really well played. He has to pop the BKB on SRF, and it is now down to 7 seconds. So getting to that 5-second mark against Lesh Morphling, a little bit worrying. But yeah, good pick off. You can see Morphling
Felix,
still almost
vacuum
killed him.
wall. God King coming over. Old 11 and DY in some trouble. Off the mech, right clicks on Old 11 with the Wrath of Nature flying through. Doesn't look like Old 11's going to survive as he's sprouted up, and God King gets yet another kill.
Yeah, this is exactly what I was saying they need to do. They need to split the map up and find pickoffs now. But taking the 5-on-5s is being a little bit difficult for them, but if they keep finding +1s, Mars has Blink here with Spear.
Outputting quite a bit of damage, lands the spear. Now they've got the Nimbus. They have Arena in 2 seconds.
Chrono
Blink down for 8 seconds. Chrono used, so they're going to have this, and they'll also have it with conjunction of the Blink Arena. So do they have the damage? He gets behind the tier 2 tower. They won't commit any further. Chrono now on cooldown for 150.
Yeah, Super could only commit with and hit him with the side of the Chrono, but God King accidentally tries to get the auto attacks in, but walks into the side of the Chrono. It is what it is. It's fine.
They're looking
But
to get
this is
something
what I
in
wanted.
return.
Yeah, this is what I wanted to see from them, like really early on in the game. But like finding these pickoffs and play aggressive on the map.
Yeah, when they are aggressive, they're finding kills. And I think it's working well for RNG. It's when they find themselves very passive and back. They've struggled. Mars going Ags next. Wow.
That's interesting. So obviously they changed this, where it used to be extra dodge rebuke. Was it damage or was it less cooldown in the arena? But now it's just flat. Yeah, now it's just flat cooldown reduction all the time, not just based on in the arena.
Smoke from Vici might find Super, and Super Time walks away, gets the vision on Ori, and now they're trying to run. SRF does have the blink to get some distance, and also has the spider legs.
This game's really close. They have a gem on Ori, by the way, on the Lesh. So Vici trying to gain some map control here.
Yeah, make it a little bit easier for PYW to get around.
For sure. Yeah, that's true.
$250 gold away from the Ags. Felix, meanwhile, he's got Arcane's mech, and I would assume wants to go for the Guardian Greaves, but so far just has the Tome queued up. Telescope for the Radiant side. That's a good one to have.
That's a great item for DY. For DY especially, just because he has really low cast ranges on these spells. Like the Purification and the Heavenly Grace. So any extra cast range you can get on this hero feels really strong. Do you remember he used to get the Talon? It was either at 10 or 15, I can't remember, I think. But yeah, they got rid of that a little while ago now. DD on the morph. OS frog.
Dire's bottom tower.
Easy towers. Meanwhile, in the jungle, PYW, they've got vision on Asetsu. Here comes God King, Spike Carapace. Ooh, gobble up, speed out, right on Asetsu. He's getting low, in some trouble, but there's the spear latches to the arena. Ori is going to try and focus his attention onto this Zeus. He's actually so far away, and he's out of the hands of Ori, but they get the kill on a DY. They look over at PYW with the Spike Carapace. They'll take out 2, and now move on for more. Ori, though, lands the 2-man stun. They've got the Nimbus down right on top, as well as the Mortimer's Kisses. Chronosphere comes out onto the Morphling, and down goes God King. Felix might be next. Ori gets hit by the Nimbus once more, but he can still continue the run at this Darkseer.
Look at this courier giving vision.
The courier is just, yeah. He's got to kill the courier, but now that's slowed him down. He goes behind the truce for a second, trying to juke. And the stun is there. He'll pop the surge, but there's the E-Blade and the adaptive strike from Erica.
That was cool by PYW. I mean, he was already dead, so he obviously could micro his career to do that there. But, yeah, really good fight by Vici. The fact that they lose neither of their cores there, the Morphling and the Lesh, that's the big deal. God King, he didn't quite get his BKB off the first time before he hit Carapace, which kind of delayed the fight long enough, where the Nyx and the Omni took a little bit longer to kill than they potentially could have, but... Again, it feels like the Omni Knight's delaying everything, like all the time. I think when he gets the Hood this game especially, he's going to have so much effective HP.
Setsu going Refresher. He needs to sit a little bit further back. Although it's hard to know where this Nyx Assassin is. Like you said, they do have the gem on Ori, so he's moving forward and cleaning up a lot of the counter vision that RNG have up for this Nyx Assassin.
Yeah, worth mentioning as well, the Lesh is 25 now, so if they ever get onto the buildings with this Diabolic Edict talent, they're going to take them so quickly.
It's the power of Leshrac 25. They've also got Morphling level 25, so he's got the extra waveform charges.
I'm so much, like, so happy with this game. You know, in comparison to watching that game 1, RNG felt like they were down and out almost the whole game, you know? But this one's actually really close, and it's been so much of a better watch.
Yeah, and they brought it back. Because it was going rough for them in the beginning. PYW comes over, a little bit of a bait from the Void, but E-Blade Adaptive Strike, they've got the Nimbus, and there's the Time Walk. Now the Arena of the BKB gets popped by Erica. Spike Carapace hits SRF. Spear, Guardian Angel, they've got Ori, that's some trouble. Can they get the kill? He'll pop the Bloodstone as well as the Yules. The BKB runs out on SRF, but they got the Guardian Greaves out, so Ori, he'll be healed up. Gobble up, speed out, hits onto this Darkseer as well as the Void. They get the kill into the Shrek, he'll buy back immediately. Mortimer's Kiss is coming through from Old 11, the Spear hits, but Felix won't have the opportunity to TP out. They've got the Yules coming through from PYW. That'll stop him up and kill him off. Erica with the kill, and I believe Gem is down and eventually picked up by PYW.
I think if you go into the pit here, you know there's no there's no arena, there's no Thunder God's Wrath or anything. There is still Chrono, which they have to be worried about. But if you get your second life on the Lesh, you're going to feel really good about this game, even after the buyback.
They just don't have a way in. And they're under vision, so they know exactly where they are. They know exactly where Super is, and Super just kind of lingering.
Yeah, good fight by RNG though. They managed to get so much damage onto the Leshrac in the first place, and I'm really surprised that he hasn't gone BKB. But he wants the physical damage protection against the Mars and the Nature's Prophet, which I can completely understand. And he's gone Octarine. He basically just wants to like be in the fights and get protected by his Omni Knight. And just sustain throughout the whole thing. And look at these buildings. Look how quickly they drop.
Fireball keep doing a lot of damage. They've got the Satanic on God King. They'll hit the spear onto Ori, so Ori gets pushed back. Nimbus down, Gobble up, speed out. That stuns up God King as well as Felix. They've got the Impale out on the God King. Can they get the right click damage as well as the Nimbus? It's a Chrono on a 4 of these heroes as well as the Vacuum back. Ori in a little bit of trouble. They get the PKP by Erica. Now, Old 11, he's under the Nimbus once again. They hit the stun. It hits a couple of these heroes on the side of RNG. They get the kill to the Mars as well as the Darkseer. They look over at Super, who's trying to run and pops the Essence with the waveform forward from Erica. And he is going off. He's got a triple kill. He'll waveform back. 2 gems on the deck. Erica deciding if he can pick up one, but the Courier of Mars takes one. And I believe DY takes the other. They get at least the Ceterax mid.
There's no Chrono here, there's no Arena, no buybacks on these 3 heroes. And Ori still has the Aegis, even after hitting 4 people with the Chrono on RNG.
BKB, popped by God King, looks over at Erica. He's trying to fight this out. Now they've got the Sprout, the Gobble up, the Spit out, the Stun, and the Impale follow-up. Old 11 taking the life of God King. They look over at Setsu, who's on the run into the well, and he's the only one alive.
Yeah, really good timing from Old 11 on the Spit out there, hitting the stun just as the BKB ran out from God King. That was cool.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Towards bottom. Talked about how quickly Ori can take racks.
Yeah, and he has the Shivas as well now. Extra protection.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Zeus, 20 seconds till the refresher. Nimbus down, stun onto the Darkseer. Erica moving forward. He's the Faceless Void. Setsu dead. He's got buyback. Vacuum into the wall. Guardian Angel comes through. Felix Chaba getting focused by Erica with the BKB pop by the Morphling. Goes after Super E-Blade thrown forward. And the Gobble up, spit out, stuns up Setsu once again. They've got the break. They don't get the kill. But now he's got the refresher. The question is, where's his follow-up damage? God King's still dead. He gets himself the first Thunder God's Wrath off. Now the refresher as well as the second one. They get the kill into TY as well as Old 11 with BKB pop by SRF and the Arena down around them. Setsu with the double kill. The buyback comes out from DY. Ori's still trying to focus the base as they'll glyph up. Buyback committed from Felix. 100 seconds without Old 11.
Yeah, they wanna force this while they know they still have the Aegis on the Lesh. Like, they want to end the game right here and right now before these 2 heroes come back up again on RNG on the Nature's Prophet and the Void. And like we said, they take the building so quickly, they have the capability to do that.
They'll at least get Megas, and now they can look towards either backing and having them defend against Megas or go for the tier 4s with this Aegis.
Yeah, sorry, I should have clarified that. When I said they wanted to end the game, what I meant is they wanted to take Megas. So.
tithe to the impurities.
So, definitely with the damage there from the double Thunder God's Wrath and Nimbus, like, you could see that RNG, they can clean up some of these heroes, and they did buy back on a few on Vici.
Oh dear.
Timeless Relic. The perfect item drop.
It's really good on him and the Snapfire as well. He might want to keep the Spider Legs potentially because it's been doing a lot of work for him. Yeah, they give it to the Nyx instead. It's really good on this hero as well.
Stun.
Okay.
God King. Chrono! Now is that enough? They've got the vacuum back, and Ori's in some trouble. The wall is down, as well as the spear that hits onto the arena,
Yes,
but
Aegis.
Erika's trying to focus on a Setsu. He'll waveform forward, finds himself Setsu, who just fought back with the E-Blade coming out, and the Adaptive Strike. They get the kill onto the Zeus, so Zeus's damage is now out of the fight. Shiva's on to 4. Erika time walking forward once again. God King trying to man fight here, though just called GG. Satanic's on cooldown, so he's dead to rights. And they'll catch Super, they'll get the kill, and Vici, they 2-0 RNG and eliminate them.
Fair play to RNG though. That last fight, they tried to bait out the I can't remember who it was, but they get the Chrono off. Really good turnaround, but again, Oi has the Aegis still, and he just picked up a 10-second BKB. So as soon as he comes back alive again from that Aegis, they can just instantly turn with like the free 10 seconds of invulnerability. Honestly, this game went better for RNG than I thought it would.